Okay, this is my personal thoughts on the Ram capless fuel filler neck uh, for the diesel trucks. So for the 19 models, they did update the fuel filler capless fuel system. Um, the first batch of the 19s did come with the older style capless design, but the new ones are different, and I'm going to show you that. So see here. Nope, wrong way. So you can see here, this is the new design. It's got these ridges, and the filler neck itself, or the hole, is not completely, it's not a complete circle. The top part, it kind of comes up, right? And then it, goes back into a circle. The flap inside is different as well. And it's got a little hole right here. So I think if any kind of liquids or whatever rain got into here, it would come down and flow. It's like a little drain hole, and I learned that the hard way, by the way. So that's how I found out about that. But if you look hard, you gotta like look into it, and you can see the hole. But anyways, and I've got a picture of the older style too. I'll show here in a little bit. But I like this new. I mean, what? Just want to make something very clear. I don't like the capitalist system. I think it's retarded. But what are you gonna do? We're stuck with it. But I do like this new design because the older design seemed very fragile, and I'll get to that. This one seems more robust, and it doesn't look like it's going to break, with the weight of the nozzle hanging here when when you put the nozzle in. Um, so you can see here, what I'm talking about, it's thick. The plastic is much thicker, and it doesn't come up as high. So when you put the fuel nozzle in, and you set it, the nozzle rests on this plastic piece, like right here. And all the ones I've seen where they've broken off and they've cracked. And I'll get to that again here in a little bit. But the new one is much more robust, much more robust than the previous, capless fuel design. This is the new cap from Mopar or Gino's Garage. You can see here it's got the that same little hump here, so it's a form fit, um, and it doesn't have the O-ring because you can't install an O-ring, aftermarket cap on here because it's got these ridges. It just won't work. So there's another shot looking into it. So this is the older style, and you can see here that the plastic is thinner. It's tougher out, it's a little thick up here, but it's very thin here, and it sticks up a lot. So when you put the fuel filler handle in here, it'll rest upon here, and it's pliable, it's movable. Um, so that tells me that over time, something like this is going to happen. And this is another photo. Forgive me for this is not a great photo, but you see that it's broken off. Um, but whatever. And then here's one with the aftermarket cap. It does have an O-ring on the inner portion of this, but you can see how high it sticks up. And with the filler, resting on here, if it's if you allow it to rest, it could potentially damage this plastic. Now, I've never had issues with this system in my 16 or 18, but I know some people have. But you know, it is what it is. So I do like this new design. I do. It is more robust, and I mean, I like it better than the older design. Now, I wish they would go back to a traditional filler neck, but I guess capless is the way to go nowadays. So, but that's just my take on it. Um, this is just good informational video. That's all this is.